Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The Franchise Stars Baseball League has 2 weeks left in the regular season of Year 4 of the FSBL, and we come to you live from the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Minnesota Twins have gone 16-2 since August 24th. They have closed the division gap to a single game. They have taken the first 2 games of this 3-game series and forced the Tigers into a situation where if the Twins win today, they will be tied atop the AL Central. The Tigers reeling a little bit right now. They lost Andre Dawson, who they acquired from the Expos at the trade deadline. Dawson was supposed to bolster this offense down the stretch, and he did, until breaking his ankle earlier this week. He is done for the season. So the Tigers trying to put it together and hold on to the division title. They will face Camilo Pascual to open up this one, 12-7, a 3.50 earned run average for the right-hander. He will face Alan Trammell. Trammell batting .270, 16 homers, 56 runs batted in for the Tigers, who tried to avoid the sweep here at the Metrodome. First pitch from Pascual, fastball misses up and away, and we're underway. Twins battling the Red Sox. They're both going to be in the wild card spot. Just a matter of who's going to take that. Who's going to have home field advantage? Up the middle, Smalley behind the bag. Tough play. He's not going to get Trammell there. Trammell is on with an infield single. As I always note with these Tigers broadcasts, because he was one of my favorite players, and it infuriates me, Trammell not wearing his number 3, the MLB The Show retired number semi-uniform glitch, affects Trammell. He cannot be assigned the number 3 with the Tigers because some of the retired numbers are banned from use. See it happen with Yogi Berra with the Yankees as well. Here's Curtis Granderson, 252, 24 homers, 73 RBIs. On the outside corner, no, called outside. Pascual gets squeezed a little bit there. Count goes to 2-0. Stays outside, 3-0. Al Kaline batting an even 300 on the season. Waits on deck for Detroit. That fastball is in for a called strike. Well, from the set. It's in. And delivers. Fastball is in, so now he's got it to 3-2. Trammell can swipe a bag on you, not a burner by any means. Certainly capable of taking a base there at first. Breaking ball from Pascual, and Trammell won't have to take the base because it'll be given to him. Walk here to Granderson. Trammell moves up to second. The first 2 men on for the Tigers as Kaline steps in. Kaline batting an even 300. First pitch fouled off. Small checks the runners. Delivers. Fastball misses down and in. It's 1-1. Well, fighting it a bit. Kaline playing to form. Well, he did miss 7 weeks during the middle of the season. Tigers weathered that, stayed atop the Central. Again, the Twins just playing scorching hot baseball. 16-2 in their last 18. They had an 11-game winning streak in the midst of that. 2-1 breaking ball from Pascual, misses down and in. It's 3-1. Norm Cash waiting on deck. Pascual here. That shot down to third, low liner. They try to get the force at second and can't. Snared by Lewis. down at third for the first out. Kaline hit that one on the screws. The Tigers lineup, Trammell, Granderson, and Kaline. Cash, Horton, and Friend. McCoskey, Polanco, and Dick McAuliffe. The Tigers, a middling offense, 8th in the American League in runs. Pitching has carried this Detroit squad throughout the season to this point. First and second, one away. There's the shot. The runners were going, and this ball was hit well out to left. Going back, Heine Manush makes the play. Runners over a tree. So they were off on the pitch. They were trying a double steal. Cash swings anyway and hits it deep to the left field wall, but it's tracked down. And now it'll be up to Willie Horton to try to get the runners home. Horton, 257, 20 homers, 54 runs batted in. Pasquale trying to get out of first inning trouble here. This would be a rough one for the Tigers to not put up at least a run in this inning. First two men on, with the heart of the order coming up. Come out of this empty-handed would certainly burn Detroit. 0-1 offering. Change up. Horton flails at it. Pasquale's ahead of him 0-2. Rocks and fires. Breaking ball gets him. Strike three. Horton goes down swinging, and Pasquale, after allowing the first two base runners on, retires the heart of the order in order to get through the first. Tigers nothing. Twins coming up here at the Metrodome. On the hill for Detroit, Denny McLain. McLain, big step forward this year. 13-6, a 3.33 earned run average. He has been very, very solid for Detroit. Now they will ask him to make a big start here today. Here's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch batting .295. He's got 43 stolen bases as well. First hit from McLain right down the middle. Knobloch fouls it off. Third ball there, misses down low, and the count is 1-1. Fastball there. Knobloch. Kind of half-hearted swing at it. He knew that was out of the zone midway through that swing. The count goes to 1-2. McLain looks to finish him off, and he does. Fastball inside, ties Knobloch up. And that's the first out of the ball game, is a strikeout for Denny McLain. So here's Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra leading the American League in batting at .330. It's a fairly tight race at this point, but Dykstra does have the lead there. 885 OPS. It's been a very good season for Lenny. 21 steals. Of course, Dykstra acquired back in year one from the Mets. Fastball misses down and in. It's 1-1. Fouls it off. 1-2, the count nails here in the bottom of the first. Just underway at the Metrodome. Appreciate you tuning in for a late night stream. There's a shot down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Going over to get it is Barney McCoskey. But pulling in at second with a one-out double is Lenny Dykstra, his 39th double of the season. And that will bring up Joe Mauer. Mauer batting .309. That's good for 7th in the American League. Dan Burke joins us. How are you, Dan? Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you, sir. 11 homers, 59 RBIs for Mauer. Reigning American League batting champion. Broken bat pop-up. Trammell's underneath it. Puts it away for the second out. So McLain leaves Mauer with some kindling and not much else. Your Twins lineup, Knobloch, Dykstra, and Mauer, as you've seen. Drew, Herbeck, and Manush. Carew, Smalley, and Buddy Lewis round things out for Minnesota. So 2 outs, Dykstra on second. That'll bring up J.D. Drew. Drew acquired last offseason from the Cardinals. 24 homers, a career best 84 RBIs this season for J.D. Drew. Tigers got first and second with nobody out in the top of the first, but Camilo Pascual got out of the jam. McLain dealing with a one-out runner in scoring position. Retired Mauer, and now he will look to retire Drew and get out of his jam as well. 2-0 pitch, fastball at the knees. It's 2-1. And rocks and fires. Popped up. Shallow right field. Dick McAuliffe well out there. Went a little bit further than I thought he was going to, but makes the play nonetheless. And the side is retired. So both teams leave a runner in scoring position in the first. We'll head to the top of the second. Tigers nothing, Twins nothing. Battle for the AL Central Division lead. So here's the rookie catcher, Bill Freehan, and he has had a very nice season. 292, 12 homers, 45 runs batted in. We'll face Camilo Pascual to open up the top of the second. Fastball swung on and missed. Tigers had a 3-game lead when this series began. It's now a 1-game lead. And the Twins 16-2 since August 24th. That's how they have gotten themselves in this position. Try to get a share of the AL Central Division lead. Fastball swung on and missed. 1-2. This would be a sort of a redemption story for the Twins. 2 years ago, year 2 of the FSBL, the Twins blew a 10.5 game lead at the All-Star break in this AL Central. The Indians chased them down and caught them. Injuries were a significant part of that for those Twins. But even so, for the Twins to chase someone down from behind would help shake some of the sting of that season off of them a little bit. Pascual fans Freehan with some cheddar up high. Freehan swings underneath that second strikeout for Pascual. That'll bring up Barney McCoskey. McCoskey batting .253. McCoskey was down in the minors. He was called up at the start of the month. He was up earlier on in the season. .253, 5 homers, 13 RBIs between both stints for Barney McCoskey. That one is put out to left. Coming on, Minuch reaches down, makes the grab. There's 2 away.
Batting in, the third baseman, number 20.
So here's Placido Polanco. Polanco batting .253. See, that .619 OPS is a low one. But Polanco, nice little 2-strike hitter. He can come through with some big hits. He's also very solid defensively. He takes a fastball here down low for ball 1. Ball there is fouled off. Then 1 the count, 2 away in the top of the second. Pascual delivers. Polanco swings and misses at a high fastball as the count goes to 1-2. It's there. Polanco gives this one a drive out into the gap, ranging over his Minuch. He's going to get there, though. Looked a little bit deeper off the bat. Minuch tracks it down, and the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of 2 here at the Metrodome. Burbeck, Minuch, and Rod Carew due up for the Twins in the scoreless ballgame. Here's big Kent Herbeck. Kent batting .242 on the season. Designated hitter here in this one. 14 homers, 49 RBIs. Been a little bit of a slog this year for Herbeck. Rookie Carew has taken some of his at-bats away. Fastball misses up high. Curveball misses down and in. And the count goes to 2-0. Ball misses up and away, 3-0. There's Heine Minush waiting on deck. That's all there. Herbeck gets a piece. Three and one the count. McLain rocks and fires. Herbeck lines this one in the right. It's going to stay up, though. K-line puts it away for out number one. So Herbeck hit that one hard, but right at K-line. Here's Minush. 318 homers, 72 RBIs. I love when it says career high for a rookie, which is what Minush is. Back-to-back rookies here for the Twins in Minush and Carew. Down to first on the backhand by Cash. He'll take it to the bag himself. Quickly, there's two down in the bottom of the second.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 29.
So that'll bring up Rod Carew, 275 on the year. For Carew, 17 stolen bases. Carew in a bit of a slump over the last 6 weeks or so. His average was up around 300. Which is kind of where the Twins expect that he's ultimately going to settle in for his career. Sky to center. Granderson puts it away. And the side is retired. Natives getting a little restless here in Minnesota. Man, 16-2 doesn't get the crowd on your side for very long, does it? Tigers coming up in the top of the third, McAuliffe, and then the top of the order. Dick McAuliffe, 228, 6 homers, 22 runs batted in.
Number 4.
Will Pasquale, 28 pitches through the first 2 innings. Here's the 0-1 offering curveball. Doesn't curve much, stays outside. It's 1-1. Breaking ball there, down and in. He's able to hold up, and the count goes to 2-1. Fastball. Up and in. 3-1. Here's the pitch from Pasquale. Fastball is fouled away, and the count goes full. That one down. That was almost in the dirt. Golfs it, rolls it to short. Smalley throws him out. There's one away.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
So that'll turn the order over for Alan Trammell. Trammell reached on an infield single his first time up. Trammell 5 for 10 in the series. Pasquale delivers. Fouls it off. It's 0-1. Pasquale gets the sign from Maurer and delivers. Break the ball. Another one up the middle. And again, Smalley behind the bag. Mirror image of the first one, and Trammell is safe on this one as well. So Alan Trammell, a pair of infield singles right behind the bag at second. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Smalley ranges over, corrals it, but that is a tough play, and Trammell runs well enough to beat that one out. So 1 out, Trammell on first. Here's Granderson. Granderson batting .252. Walked his first time up.
Nope.
Change up. This is down low. .24 homers, 73 ribbies for Grandy so far this season. Good curveball there. It's 1-1. Small delivers. That was fouled up. One and two the count. Fastball misses 2-2. Fastball, top of the zone, foul straight back, and the count will hold. Fastball there, swung on and missed, and down goes Granderson. Third strikeout for Pasquale, second out of the inning. Here's Kaline. Kaline is 0 for 1. Lined out his first time up. First ball misses down low. Kaline batting .432 over his last 9 games. Fastball misses off the plate. It's 2-0. Ball misses away, 3-0. Warren Cash waits on deck for the Tigers. Swell pitching carefully to Kaline. Fastball on the outside corner. And the injury to Andre Dawson. Dawson acquired at the trade deadline from the Expos to try to give this Tigers offense a little bit of pump to try to hang with the Yankees and A's in particular come playoff time. Dawson was performing well since the acquisition as Kaline draws the walk. Cash will step in. Dawson broke his ankle a couple of days ago. He is out for the season, and that is just a crushing shot for the Tigers. Top of this order is okay. Trammell and Kaline obviously are solid. Cash has some thump. Anderson, is a solid enough player. But you've got two of the best offenses in the game as your main opponents come playoff time. Asking the Tigers pitching to carry them through that on their own will be a tall order. Cash grounds out. Side is retired. Once again, Pasquale works through some trouble. Bottom of the third. We're still scoreless here in Minnesota. Here's Roy Small. Smalley batting .238. One pitch coming. Smalley holds up. It's a called strike anyway. 0-2 pitch. Change up, misses down and away. One-two offer. Smalley pulls that one foul. Ames delivers. Fastball. Fly ball out to right, drifting over. Kaline in the gap. Reels that one in for out number 1.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Buddy Lewis.
So here's Buddy Lewis, 243, 6 homers, 19 RBIs for Lewis. And we'll start at third base in this one for the Twins. There misses down low. He delivers again. Change up there. In for a ball strike. And rocks and fives. Change up there is fouled off. And he's ahead of Lewis now, 1-2. As we mentioned earlier, Dykstra leading the league in batting. Bernie Williams behind him. Mark McGuire with a surprising .320 average this year. Easily the best average of his career. He's been about a .270 hitter over the first 3 years. Mike Trout and Napoleon Lodgeway rounding out the top 5 in batting. So the order turns over. Here's Knobloch. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. McLain delivers. Fastball misses inside. Changed up. It's down low. 2-0 pitch. Fastball is in there. Here's the 2-1 offering. Fastball swung on and missed. The count goes to 2-2. Here's the pitch from McLain. Shattered bat down to first. Soft little humpback liner of sorts. Cash puts it away. And the side is retired. So McLain's broken a couple of bats in this one. He looks sharp. So does Pasquale. We're a third of the way through at the Metrodome. We're still scoreless. Tigers and Twins. So here's Willie Horton. Horton is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up.
The designated hitter, Willie Horton.
Pasquale, ready to go. Delivers his first pitch to Horton. Breaking ball is in there. For a ball strike. Well, got a little bit of weight with one there. That one hung up in the zone a little bit. Don't think Horton was looking first pitch breaking ball. I want this one up high as well. Goes up the ladder. Horton pops it up. Peru underneath it. Puts it away for out number 1.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher, Bill.
So that'll bring up Bill Freehan. Freehan also struck out his first time. His first pitch swing, and he put this one out in the gap in right center. That's going to get down. That's a base hit. Drew cuts it off nicely. Freehan's going to hold to a single there.
Now batting, number 21.
Places that one well out into the gap. Drew gets it in quickly. Freehan holds with the base hit. Here's Barney McCoskey. McCoskey is 0 for 1. Fastball in for a called strike. Delivers curveball, dribble foul. Dribble is an overseam, but not hit one. So Pasquale ahead of McCoskey here 0-2. The pitch, fastball misses up high. One-two offering, curveball. Oh, that looked like a good pitch from Pasquale. He doesn't get the call though. Count goes to 2-2. That one shot. Dunker down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Freehan rounds second, but he's going to hold. Kind of an awkward opposite field slap hit there from McCoskey. It dunked behind the bag at third base. No real shot for Lewis to get there. Manush gets to it quickly. But it's first and second with one out for Placido Polanco. Pasquale once again dealing with a runner in scoring position. Change up there, misses inside. One 0 offering. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-0. Pasquale has worked in and out of trouble through these first 4 innings. He's been unblemished up to this point. Go. Pops this one foul. It'll find the seats out of play. 2-1 offering. Out in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1. Lolich waits on deck. 3-1 pitch. There for a called strike with the fastball, and the count goes full. Ground ball to short. Smalley on the backhand, a second high throw, and we got to see. I'm not sure they got anybody. And they didn't. It's an error on Roy Smalley, and the bases will be loaded. Smalley on the backhand throws it high, trying to get the turn. So now the bases are loaded, 1 out. Here's McCall if he's 0 for 1. Potentially huge error by Roy Smalley. Curveball is in for a called strike. Alan Trammell waits on deck for Detroit. McCall, the one thing you can't do here is hit into a double play. Change up. That would fool me as well. Count goes to 0-2. Pasquale delivers. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect. Now Block puts it away. And there's 2 down. So now here's Alan Trammell in a big spot. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Scoreless ball game, top of the 4th. Trammell has a pair of infield singles. First pitch. Next ball off the plate. It's 1-0. Curtis Granderson waits on deck. Granderson gets the bat this inning. It means something good has happened for Detroit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Trammell pulls it back. And division lead on the line here. 2 weeks left in the season. High fastball. Trammell lines it into right field for a base hit. Drew comes up throwing. 1 run scores. Second throw comes in. It's a little bit up the third baseline. Second run will come around. And it's 2-0 Detroit on a 2-run single for Alan Trammell. So a big clutch 2-run single for Trammell. That one was up in the zone. He served it out into right field. Mentioned Pasquale was living dangerously. He paid a price for it there. Now here's Granderson. He takes the first pitch strike. Oh, and 1 the count. There are 2 outs. Pasquale looking to minimize the damage here. Here's the 0-1 offering. Changed up. This is down and in. 1-1 the count. Fastball on the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. Well from the set. Delivers. High fastball, and Granderson chases it, and he knew it. That was out of the zone. Granderson strikes out for the second time. But Trammell comes through with the big 2-run single that gives the Tigers the lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 Detroit. Here's Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra again leading the American League in batting. Now at .331 after his double in the first here. Next ball misses up high. McLain rocks and fires. Dykstra puts this one out in the center. Granderson got a good jump on it, though. He'll get there in time. Track it down for out number 1. Good read on that one by Granderson, who plays a good, solid center field. Here's Mauer. Mauer popped out his first time. McLain shattered his bat badly in that at-bat. This time, Mauer puts it down the line and left, slicing away, laying out. Barney McCoskey reels it in. Oh, that's a terrific play by McCoskey. Slicing away from it, McCoskey never gave up on it. He knew that if he pulls up on that ball hits the turf, that might bounce past him for the double. So McCoskey lays out and makes a heck of a grab for the second out here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up J.D. Drew. Slider misses outside. It's 1-0. Drew popped out his first time. This ball misses away. It's 2-0. Down to first. Cash will take to the bag himself. And the side is retired. So, McLain gets some defensive help on the great grab from McCoskey. We'll head to the fifth here at the Metrodome. Tigers 2, Twins nothing. Here's Kaline. He's 0 for 1.
Leading off for Detroit, the right fielder, number 6.
Also drew a walk. Burning Doodle sneezing in her sleep behind me here. Fastball swung on and missed. Line pulls that one down to third. Lewis picks it cleanly. Throws to first, and there's one away.
The first baseman, number 25, Norm Cash.
So here's Norm Cash. Cash 0 for 2 on the day. He has flown out and grounded out. He's 0 for 6 in the series. Squall. Rocks and fire. Ball is in for a call strike. Pitch. Strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Cash whirls away. He did not like that call. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Squall. Rocks and fire. Fastball up out of the zone, and Cash goes chasing. Tigers have done that a bit. That's the 5th strikeout for Pasquale. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th inning of this ballgame. Cheddar up high. Cash tries to yank it. Can't catch up to it. So here's Willie Horton. Horton has been whipped twice. Fastball. Borderline pitch. He doesn't get the call. Apologies, Horton struck out. He popped out his second time. 1-0 pitch from Pasquale. Horton skies this one to center. Dykstra range is open. He'll have an easy play there. And the side is retired. So we're midway through here at the Metrodome. Twins trying to get into a tie with the Tigers for first place with 2 weeks left in the season. Tigers trying to open the lead back up to 2. And Herbeck will lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Twins. Herbeck 0 for 1. He lined out his first time. He hit a rope out to right, but right at Al Kaline. Twins haven't made McLain work so much to this point. 41 pitches through 4 innings. This is down low. It's 2-0. Here's the pitch. Change up, down and away. Herbeck gets a piece and fouls it off. Both Centrals have great races going on. 4 teams within 5 games in the NL Central. Three and 1 the count. McLain delivers. Fastball up high. Herbeck pulls the foul. Rocks and fire. Fastball misses down low, and Herbeck works out the leadoff walk to open up the bottom of the 5th. So that'll bring up Heine Manush. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Fastball on the inside corner for strike one. That changeup misses down and away. 1-1 the count. That one is ripped the other way. Slicing McCoskey. Going back, still going back. He can't get it. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Runner had a hold to see if that was going to be caught. Throw goes into second. They get Manush, the trailer, at second. The run goes into third. McCoskey kind of misplayed that ball out and left. It looked like he got there. Let me see. I'm a little bit too late to hit the button there on the replay. Sorry about that. So McCoskey kind of got handcuffed near the wall. I'm not exactly sure what happened. He had a long way to go. Not an easy play by any stretch. But it looked like he had it tracked. He couldn't come up with it. It took a one-hopper off the wall. The runner had to hold. And then I guess Manush had held up behind him and then tried to take second anyway. Carew dunks this one out to left. Polanco goes out. Can't come up with it. Falls in. Sliding home is Herbeck, who comes in to score. It's an RBI bloop single for Rod Carew. And the Twins are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Some very nervous base running there by Kent Herbeck, who kind of froze in the middle of the base path. I think Herbeck's indecision is part of what got Manush thrown out a couple of batters ago. So now 1 out, 1 on. Here's Smalley. Smalley is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Lane delivers, fastball up and in. Buddy Lewis waits on deck. Throw over to first. Carew gets back in. There's ball 2. It's 2-1. Lane rocks and 5. Runner goes. Throw down a second from 3, and not a bad throw, but not in time. Carew has his 18th stolen base of the year, and the Twins have the tying run in scoring position. Good jump there from Carew. Nothing at all wrong with that throw from Freeman. Carew gets in there safely. Bramwell got the tag down quickly. So 2-2 now the count to Smalley. He pulls this one foul. Two and 2 the count. Change up on the outside corner. Strike 3 call. Down goes Smalley. Second strikeout for McLain. There's 2 away. So now here's Buddy Lewis. Lewis is 0 for 1. Fastball just off the outside corner. It's 1-0. MV, how are you, my friend? It is good to see you. I hope all is well with you. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Appreciate you swinging by for a little late night baseball. Fastball misses down low. 2-0 the count here to Lewis. Carew on second as the tying run. 2-0 pitch. Lewis fouls it off. And Tigers hold a 1-game lead. 2 weeks left in the season. Twins would pull even if they could complete the 3-game sweep with a win today. This ball is hit well out to right. Kaline scales the wall and makes the play. Oh, what a grab, Al Kaline. Lewis had RBI game-tying double on his mind, and Kaline climbs the wall in right to rob him and keep this a 2-1 Tigers lead. Oh, what a play from Al Kaline. He's more than just a bat, folks. Top of the 6th, 2-1 Tigers. Here's Bill Freehan. Curveball is in for a called strike. Lewis thought he had an extra base hit off the baggie. Carew was almost home by the time that thing ended up in Kaline's glove. So a huge, huge play from Al Kaline. 0-2 the count as Pasquale works to Freehan. Lines a shot in the left. That's going to fall in front of Minush for a base hit. Minush plays it a little bit awkwardly, but he corrals it. But it's a leadoff single for Bill Freehan here in the top of the 6th. Here's Barney McCoskey. McCoskey 1 for 2, also had a terrific defensive play. Earlier on, shoot this one down to third. Lewis on the backhand, to second for 1, on to first. 5-4-3 double play. Nicely started there by Buddy Lewis. So Lewis gets robbed on a great defensive play, then makes a nice one of his own. 2 down. Here's Placido Polanco. He is 0 for 2. Polanco is flown out. He also reached on an error by Roy Smalley his last time up. Curveball from Pasquale on the outside corner. Twins have bullpen action going. Eddie Guardado, the right-hander. Tom Hall, the lefty. Give you an idea of how good the Twins have been going. We already mentioned the Twins got themselves back into this division race. They've gone 16-2 since August 24th. But before this series, they swept the Oakland A's, team with the best record in baseball, a 3-game sweep. So the Twins are just firing on all cylinders. But right now, they trail this one 2-1. They'll try to change that with Chuck Knobloch in the top of the order as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Knobloch is 0 for 2 today. He's 1 for 10 in the series.
The second baseman, Chuck Knobloch.
Lane rocks and fires. Good curveball for strike 1. There's a shot to right. That's going to be a base hit. Getting over to it is Kaline. He cuts it off. But the leadoff man is on for the Twins in the bottom of the 6th with Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch, 43 stolen bases on the season. He is a threat to go. He can certainly hit and run here with the league's leading hitter, Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra is 1 for 2. Fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1. Dykstra doubled in the first and then hit a hard one towards the gap that Granderson tracked down his last time. McLain delivers. Good slider from McLain. He hasn't thrown too many sliders in this one, but that was a good one. And now he's ahead of Dykstra 0-2. Throw over to first to keep Knobloch close. 0-2 offering here from McLain. Breaking ball misses down and in. It's 1-2. Dwayne March joins us. How are you, Dwayne? Good to see you, pal. Appreciate you swinging by as always. 1-2 the count. McLain delivers. Change up off the plate. It's now 2-2. Knobloch hasn't made a break for second as of yet. Crowd buzzing here in Minnesota. 2-2 pitch. Dykstra skies this one out to center. Granderson underneath it. Puts it away for a big out, number 1. Lane went up high, and Dykstra chased that one a bit. So that'll bring up Mauer. Mauer is 0 for 2. He has flown out and popped out. Reigning American League batting champion. Having another fine season, batting .308. Throw over to first. Knobloch gets back. McLain delivers. Change up down low. 1-0 the count. Throw over to first. Knobloch gets back in ahead of the tag from Norm Cash. One and over the count. Fastball misses up high, 2-0. McLain trying not to groove one. Here's the 2-0 offer. Mauer to center. Randerson coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away for out number 2. Knobloch still has not made a break for it. Again, Chuck Knobloch led off the inning. Got on. He's got 43 stolen bases on the season. They haven't sent him yet. And now here's J.D. Drew. Drew is 0 for 2. He has popped out and grounded out. Fastball from McLain just inside. See McLain trying to get himself through this 6th inning. Division lead on the line. Tigers win. They extend the lead to 2. Twins win. We will have a tie atop the AL Central with less than 2 weeks remaining. Ground ball in the hole. Travel on the backhand. Nice play. Slings it to second. They get Knobloch. Oh my goodness. Tough play there for Trammell, but he gets it done. They get the force, and the side is retired. We head to the 7th in Minnesota. Tigers still clinging to the lead and the division. They're up 2-1 here. Here's Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe is 0 for 2. He has popped out and grounded out. Gil Pasquale at 87 pitches as we open the top of the 7th. Breaking ball, McAuliffe first pitch swinging. Rolls one down to Carew at first. He takes it to the bag himself for out number 1.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Alan Trammell.
Order turns over. Here's Trammell, and Trammell having a heck of a game when they need him most. 3 for 3. His 2-run single accounting for both the Tigers' runs. Curveball on the inside corner for strike 1. Change up. This is down low. 1-1 the count. Fastball misses up high. Curtis Granderson waits on deck for Detroit. And now Kaline. Shot into center. That's a base hit. Line shot into center. So it's a 1-out single. Alan Trammell is 4 for 4.
Now batting, number 28.
At number 9, this is going to twitch me anytime we do Tigers game for the duration of this FSBL. But no sense getting mad about the things I can't control. Fastball misses away. It's 1-0. Anderson 0 for 2 with a walk. Curveball misses inside. Two-0 offering. Fastball misses up high. It's 3-0. Kaline waits on deck. I want to see what the Twins bullpen situation is. It's Guardado and Hall, and they're both ready. can't get Pasquale through Kaline here, but we'll see. Fastball misses inside. So, we'll see if they leave Pasquale in to face Kaline, first and second, and they are not. So Pasquale's day is done. He has grinded his way through this one. He's had traffic in pretty much every inning. The 2-run single to Trammell, the only thing that burned him up so far in this one, though both runners on, are on Pasquale's ledger. But a good effort so far, and now the Twins bullpen will try to keep this a 1-run game, and it's going to be everyday Eddie Guardado. 5-1, a 2.56 earned run average on the season in 46 appearances. Guardado and Maurer will discuss the plan. See how they're going to attack Al Kaline. Kaline is 0 for 2. He's also drawn a walk and made a terrific play out and right, scaling the wall to take an extra base hit away from Buddy Lewis that would have tied the game at 2. Curve ball from Guardado misses down low. It's 1-0. Kaline down to first. Carew picks it to Smalley. Back to first. 3-6-3 double play, and the side is retired. Guardado comes in and gets it done and gets the Twins out of the jam. Kaline hits into the 3-6-3 double play, started nicely by Carew down at first. We'll get a good camera angle of that guy's ear and back. But trust me, it was a nice double play. 7th inning stretch time here in Minnesota. It's 2-1 Tigers. Fire that cameraman. Here's Kent Hrbek. Hrbek is 0 for 1. He's also walked. Scored the only Twins run. Next ball's in for a called strike. Drew Smiley the lefty, Mike Henneman the righty for the Tigers. Tigers bullpen has been very, very good. Just like their rotation. Pitching has carried the Tigers throughout this season. Ball there, foul back by Hrbek. Wayne notes might have been. You know what? You might have been right there. That might have been 3-6-1. I kind of assumed that Carew got back to the bag, but yeah, that may well be accurate. McLain goes up the ladder and fans Hrbek. Third strikeout for McLain. There's one away to open up the bottom of the 7th. Here's Heine Manush. Manush is 1 for 2. Round ball up the middle, range into his right. Backhand by McAuliffe. Quick throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done by Dick McAuliffe at second. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Carew. He's 1 for 2. Loop single brought in the only run. Lashes this one foul. Round ball to second, a little bit of a worm killer, except that it's turf. McAuliffe scoops it up, throws the first, gets Carew, and the side is retired. So terrific work from Denny McLain. We will head to the top of the 8th here at the Metrodome. It is still 2-1 Tigers. Guardado only needed 2 pitches to finish off the 7th, so they'll stay in to start the 8th against Norm Cash. Cash 0 for 3 on the day, 0 for 7 in the series. Out of town scoreboard, Red Sox lead the Yankees 3-0 in the 7th. Kevin Youkilis is Yankees looking to clinch the AL East, although that's a foregone conclusion at this point. White Sox over the Rays 5-4 in the 7th. Alexei Ramirez is homered for Chicago. Randy Wynn is homered for the Rays. Indians over the Royals 7-4 in the 7th in Kansas City. Jose Ramirez homers number 23 and 24. Darryl Porter is homered for the Royals. Glenn Perkins has joined Tom Hall. Pair of lefties out there in the Twins bullpen. A's lead the Rangers 6-0, a pair of homers for Jimmy Fox and that one for Oakland. Mariners lead the Astros 2-0, that's in the first. Ken Griffey Jr. has hit his 38th home run of the year for Seattle. Marlins take down the Phillies 6-4 in Miami. Kid Gleason. The win, Robin Roberts takes the loss. Cal Raleigh, his 18th home run of the year for Miami. Padres 2, Brewers nothing in the 7th in Milwaukee. That's a costly one for the Brewers. Nate Colbert has hit his 25th of the year for San Diego. Pirates with a big win. They trailed that game 2-1. They come back to win 4-2 against the Reds in Cincinnati. Bill B. Swift, 7 solid innings for Pittsburgh. Cubs trying to stay atop the division. They lead the Expos 2-1 in the 7th. Bill Lang is homer for the Cubs in that one. Blue Jays over the Cardinals 1-0 at Busch Stadium in the 7th. Vlad Guerrero Jr. has gone deep for Toronto. Giants and Rockies just underway out in Colorado. Drew Marquardt and Gustavo Chacin. Pitching matchup there. Diamondbacks and Dodgers also just underway. That out in Los Angeles. Gus Wang and Clayton Kershaw. The pitching matchup there. 2 down here in the top of the 8th as Guardado continues to do good work. Drew tracks that one down in foul ground. Here's Bill Freehan. He's 2 for 3. Rookie with a pair of singles. He scored on the Trammell 2-run single earlier on. Fastball misses inside. That's shot down the right field line. That's a fair ball heading into the corner. We're going to have extra bases. Freehan does not run well. But he'll get into second without any difficulty here as J.D. Drew digs it out of the right field corner. So now the Tigers with Freehan's double have an insurance run at second with 2 down. Now we got to see. Freehan does not run. Who's the backup catcher for the Tigers? Johnny Bassler. Bassler's not great defensively. I think with the lead, especially with 2 outs, no outs or 1 out, you might consider running for Freehan and trying to get that insurance run. With 2 outs, I'm not sure that you take that same chance. All right, so let's move over to the other side for the Twins. So Guardado is pitching great. You've got a lefty bat here. Koski significantly worse against lefties, although they probably would pitch hit for Koski. Here. Paul has been really good. He's going to take Paul, put as well as Guardado has pitched. We're going to take Tom Paul. We're going to put Paul in this game for Minnesota.
Your attention, please.
He'll come in for Guardado. Tom Hall, 10-4. 2.18 earned run average in 59 appearances. Hall has had easily the best season of his career here for Minnesota. He's been solid all 3 years he's been here in Minnesota. He was taken in the Season 1 rookie draft, the players who debuted in year 2. So now, if you're the Tigers, lefty is on. So you've got probably, I know York doesn't have a good average. I'm not sure that the power is necessarily what you go for. You've got Bob Bailey there. Donnie Bush actually has the best average. He's a little bit better than lefties. I actually think, I know York is the big power threat, but he's hitting 222. Actually, I'm going to go for Donnie Bush and try to get the single here and get that run home. Bush will pitch it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So Donnie Bush comes on, batting 278, a homer, 6 RBIs. He's been in a reserve role all season. He will come on to face Tom Hall here. There is an open spot at first, but I'm not sure if you necessarily want to put a runner on at this point. There is a first pitch ball there. I think if he goes behind him 2-0, I'll have him put him on intentionally. Got to get that elbow guard off of Donnie Bush. 1-0 pitch. That one misses out of the zone. All right, so we're going to have him walk him at this point rather than group. So now it's first and second. After falling behind 2-0, they elect to go for the intentional walk there. And now they'll face Placido Polanco. We're not going to pinch hit for Polanco because protecting a lead. And Polanco is a superior defense. We're going to let Polanco stay in this game, try to hit for himself. He's 0 for 3. Ball delivers. Polanco skies it shallow center. It's actually in left center. Coming on out from left field is Minush. I'm not sure if Dykstra lost that in the lights or the roof or what. But Minush puts it away. No harm, no foul. And the side is retired. So the Twins navigated. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 1 Tigers. Smalley, Lewis, and Knobloch due up for Minnesota. Jim Northrup will come on for the Tigers to play left field.
Number 8.
Denny McLain only had 81 pitches through 7. Will start the inning.
Leading off for the Twins.
Face Roy Smalley. I'm not sure the Twins actually have another. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My dog was upstairs clanging her water bowl. Why wouldn't she at 1:45 in the morning? It's all good. All right. So let me see. Smalley. Much. Buddy Myers had a really good year, but he's not really listed as being able to play short. Yeah, they don't really have another guy playing short other than Smalley. Smalley had a big home run last time we did a broadcast, too. So we're going to let Smalley hit for himself, and we'll kind of go from there. Still 2-1 Tigers. McLain delivers. First pitch strike. Bobby Thigpen, the closer, is already up throwing. Mike Henneman, the setup man, throwing as well. They have been a dynamic combination for the Tigers this season. Big Pen coming over in the early season trade that sent Mickey Kettleton to the White Sox. Trade widely criticized at the time, but it has worked out very nicely for the Tigers. Oh 2 as McLain works to Smalley. Change up off the plate. One and 2 the count. McLain delivers. Way outside. It's 2-2. Buddy Lewis scheduled to hit next. Fastball up high. Smalley lays off. Full count. 3-2. Freehan sets up inside. McLain delivers. That one's lashed foul. McLain will look for a put-away pitch here. Down in the zone, Smalley lays off and draws the walk. So it's a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 8th for Roy Smalley, and that is going to be it for Denny McLain. Now, Drew Smiley, the lefty, was warming up a bit ago. Terrific work from McLain, who allows 1 run heading into the 8th in the his biggest start of the season. And Drew Smyly is going to get the first crack here. Smyly 0-1, a 3.18 ERA. He only made 10 appearances. Smyly, the rookie. He's given up some hits, but he's managed to get around trouble. So that should get Buddy Lewis out of here. Lewis isn't going to hit against the lefty. So let's go and take a look. First of all, let's get another bullpen guy going for the Twins. So they have a lefty and a righty. Now we'll take a look at the bench. Well, we certainly have options here against the lefty pitcher. Got Ozuna, 272. It was 252. Marcell Ozuna is going to come in to pinch hit. Let's go check out. Smalley is a 37. Oh, that's right. There's nobody else who can play shortstop on this roster, actually, at the moment. So Smalley is going to have to stay in at short. That's all right. It's not that big a deal. But Buddy Lewis will be pinch hit for him. Marcell Ozuna will come in from the right-hand side. 272, 7 homers, 31 runs batted in for Ozuna. Smalley on first. Cutter. Fouled off. Smalley from the set. Delivers. Curve misses down and away. And Perkins, the lefty, Bob Porterfield, the righty, throwing out in the Twins bullpen. They would love to take the mound. Actually, they're probably both hoping that they don't take the mound. And that's the closer. Rick Aguilera takes the mound for the top of the ninth, but that would mean the Twins have the lead. 2-2 the count here. Smyly misses down low to Ozuna. 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner at the knees, another knuckle curve from Smyly. He gets Ozuna looking with a nasty pitch. That looked like it was a little bit low. That's what Ozuna is trying to say. The umpire doesn't care. 1 away. Smalley still at first. The order turns over. Here's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch is 1 for 3. Smyly misses down and away. Knobloch singled back into 6th. He is 2 for 11 in the series. Smyly delivers. This is outside. Two and 0 the count. Cutter misses outside. 3-0 the count. Lenny Dykstra waits on deck. The American League's leading hitter. 2 up next. He'd love to come up with a runner in scoring position. Smyly behind Knobloch. 3-0. Gets that cutter over for a strike. Smyly back on the mound. Looking in the Knobloch. Looks at Smalley over at first. Knobloch goes after a sinker down low. That may have been ball 4. Instead, the count goes full. Payoff pitch coming. Misses down in the dirt for ball 4. So now it's first and second with 1 away. Here's Dykstra, 1 for 3. He doubled earlier. He is 4 for 12 in the series. Smyly has to face Dykstra. Would be his 3rd batter. 1-0. Dykstra lashes it the other way. That's going to be extra bases down the left field line, and we're going to have at least a tie ball game and maybe more. Northrop digs it out. Runners around third. Coming home, Dykstra's in at third. It's a 2-run triple in the bottom of the 8th. And Lenny Dykstra, his 8th triple of the season, gives the Twins a 3-2 lead and 3 outs away from a share of the division lead. So Smiley comes in to deal with the lefties. I still have Mauer. I mean, they're all lefties in this lineup right now, but oh boy. All right, hold on a second. Smiley's getting knocked. It's not been great here. Now, oh man, now they've got Henneman. They've sat Henneman. Not going to use Thigpen now, but I kind of feel like I'm going to sit Henneman down. Wires been all right. Hiller threw a bunch yesterday. Got a whole bunch of lefties coming up here. Going to give Smiley Mauer, and that's going to be it for him. But a terrible turn of events here for the Tigers, and the Twins just continue to roll. Fastball, sinking fastball on the inside corner to Mauer for strike 1. Remember, there is only 1 out here. So Mauer, a sacrifice fly, would give the Twins an insurance run. Ground ball, infield in. They're still great break. Dykstra broke right on contact that was not hit hard, and McAuliffe elects to only go to first anyway. And Dykstra comes in to score. It's now 4-2 Minnesota. And that'll bring up J.D. Drew. We're going to take a look at the replay here. I just want to see what kind of a break Dykstra got. See Dykstra edging off of third. Again, this was not chopped hard by Mauer. Dykstra breaks right on contact. By the time McAuliffe gets it, he's also going towards the bag. So McAuliffe would have to whirl and make a throw home there. That's close to say whether he should have taken a crack at Lenny. He gets it there. Lenny is... I don't know. He spins and whirls. It has to be an on-target throw. But you could certainly at least argue that McAuliffe should have tried to make a play and cut Dykstra down at the plate. So that's going to be... Oh, man, it's sad. That's a bad job there by the bullpen AI. Let's get a wire back up there. Now we'll do a mound visit. Now we'll go back to the bullpen. Now we'll put Aguirre in.
Your attention, please.
So Hank Aguirre will try to get the Tigers out of this jam any further. 5-3, a 3.12 ERA in 47 appearances for Aguirre. So Drew Smiley, the Tigers opted to go to Smiley, the left-hander, with the very lefty-heavy lineup. I get a bit of the logic there. But that's where the 3-batter rule really comes into play. Because you're bringing in Smiley there, and he has to face 3 guys. And you have your setup man and your closer, even though they're both right-handed, kind of waiting, and they're never going to see the light of day in this game, potentially. So here's Drew. He's 0 for 3, and Drew lines this one down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases for J.D. Drew. K-Line digs it out. Drew pulls in at second with a stand-up double. And the Twins rallying late. 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th, 30th double of the season for J.D. Drew. And the Twins' stretch dominance continues. 16-2 since August 24th. If they get to 17-2 with a win here, they will be in a tie for the AL Central lead. Herbeck flies out to Northrop. The side is retired. The Twins head to the 9th, 3 outs away from a share of the AL Central. It's 4-2 Minnesota. So on comes Rick Aguilera, 8-8, a 2.91 earned run average. Aguilera became the closer midway through the season. He's got 13 saves in 63 appearances. Between the wins and the losses and the saves, Aguilera has factored in an awful lot of Twins baseball during the course of the season here. So now let's take a look at this from the Tigers' perspective. I don't think Dick McAuliffe gets to hit. Although you're not really dealing with a Johnny Bassler, is it? Well, Bassler's hitting 292. Could, theoretically. Brandon Inge, terrible against righties. Bob Bailey's, whatever. Rudy York, if you were gonna pinch hit York at any point, you'd want it with a runner on base in a 2-run game. Gonna let Johnny Bassler, I think, pinch hit here for Dick McAuliffe. He's hitting significantly better at this point. Very limited action for Bassler, but McAuliffe in that 295 on base percentage this year, not getting it done for me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so Johnny Bassler will get called on. 292 on the year. Bassler has played very sparingly. Bill Freehan has pretty much gotten the everyday call behind the plate. Aguilera delivers. Bassler, first pitch swinging, hits it medium deep to center. Dykstra's right under it, puts it away for out number 1. One pitch, 1 out for Aguilera. Order turns over. Here's Alan Trammell. Trammell is 4 for 4 on the day. He drove in both the Tigers' runs with a 2-run single earlier on. Curveball is in for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Trammell pulls it foul. Aguilera's ahead of him 0-2. Mauer sets up inside. Aguilera comes inside. Jam shot. Weekly pop to second. Knobloch charges, makes the throw, and the Tigers are down to their final out. These two teams will meet in another 3-game series next weekend in Detroit. We will have one of those games for you. Here's Granderson. First pitch fastball is a called strike. That one misses inside. Al Kaline waits on deck. Aguilera wants no part of Kaline coming up as the tying run. Splitter misses away. It's 2-1. Fastball. Oh my goodness. Generous strike call there, and the Tigers are down to their final strike. 2-2 offering from Aguilera. Granderson pulls it foul. Aguilera rocks and fires. Splitter misses. 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, top of the ninth. 4-2 Twins. Looking for a share of the AL Central lead. Granderson pulls that fastball foul, and we'll do it over again. Aguilera rocks and delivers. Granderson, high fly ball. That's hit pretty well to right center. Drew's going back. He's near the wall. He's going to have to play it off the baggie. Granderson's around second. No, he's going to hold. Granderson wisely holds up. But it's the 37th double of the year for Curtis Granderson. And now Al Kaline due to come up as the potential tying run. All right, we're going to sit here. We're going to contemplate this. As Norm Cash, who leads the team in homers and is a lefty, is on deck. Al Kaline is Al Kaline. I understand that. I'm generally not a fan of bringing the winning run to the plate. I think we're going to do with this what we did in that situation earlier with Hall. If Aguilera falls 2 balls behind Kaline, we'll let him walk him. I think he's gonna pitch to him here. I think he's gonna take the chances. I don't love the Cash Aguilera matchup. So we'll see. Kaline is 0 for 3 on the day. That factors as well. Fastball up and in. Kaline is 0 for 3 today. He is 1 for 11 in the series. Tying run at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Kaline rips it down the left field line. That is hooking and foul. So Kaline scorches one to catch just a little bit out in front of it. 1-1 pitch. Pulls this one just outside third, and the Tigers are again down to their final strike. Aguilera from the set. 1-2 pitch. Just inside with the fastball. It's 2-2. Aguilera paws at the mound. Allen gives the sign. There's the pitch. Curveball just down low, and the count goes full. 3-2 to Kaline. Cash waits on deck, hoping for a shot at it. Payoff pitch. Kaline, high fly ball to right center. Drew drifts over. He's there. Puts it away. The ball game is over. And the Twins rally in the 8th to stun the Tigers. And the Tigers, who have led the AL Central from day one, lead the division no more. A 3-game sweep for the Twins. These two teams are tied atop the AL Central with 13 days remaining in the season. Lanny Dykstra's 2-run triple in the bottom of the 8th. The Twins were trailing 2-1. After that, they led 3-2. Dykstra would later score to make it 4-2. And Rick Aguilera would close it out in the top of the 9th. And the Twins are now tied for the AL Central Division lead. This is, again, the Tigers, both of these teams are going to the playoffs. It's just a matter of who will be the division winner and who will be the wild card. There's nobody else within 10 games of the wild card race. So it's not that big a panic situation, but nobody wants any part of that wild card game, especially as well as the Red Sox are playing. The Red Sox are playing terrific baseball. Mel Parnell, who was just called up with the September 1 expansion and actually ended up replacing Dutch Leonard in the rotation. Today, Mel Parnell threw a 1-hit shutout against the Yankees of all teams. You know, the best or second best offense in the American League. So nobody wants any part of the Red Sox in a 1-game win-or-go-home situation. So you'd much rather have the division title, obviously. And the Tigers letting that slip away from them potentially here is really, really big. Tom Hall gets the win for the Twins. Drew Smiley takes a disastrous loss for the Tigers. Rick Aguilera saves his 14th. Dykstra, of course, with the big game-winning hit. The player of the game for Minnesota. 4 hits for Trammell, 3 hits for Freehan. 7 of the 9 Tigers hits coming from those 2 batters. So, that'll do it. How about that? So what we're going to do is we're going to sim the next week. We'll get the next weekend series of games. We'll do an AL game of the week and an NL game of the week as we have done next weekend. And then we'll be into the final week of the season, and we're kind of go day by day by one game, not an American League and a National League for each game, but for each day rather. But each day of the final week of the season, I'm going to pick one game that's relevant and broadcast that down the stretch run. And then the last day of the season, or the last weekend of the season, any games that are relevant will all be done here on the channel. And then it'll be time for playoffs for year 4 of the FSBL. Hugely appreciate you guys tuning in for this late night broadcast. Dwayne March was here, MV was here, Dan Burke was here as well. In addition to all the lurkers who made their way through or are watching this on delay tomorrow morning, listening from work, or however you do it. I appreciate it regardless. Enjoy the rest of your night, day, whenever you're listening. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Twins tie up the AL Central with the Tigers as they complete the sweep here at the Metrodome.